And we're live? Question mark. Hold on a second. I had a real weird error right before I started. Time to start closing stuff out. Let's reclaim some memory. Closing some stuff here. All right, there we go. Captured some memory. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hello, welcome to stream. We have our workshop framework patch. Hey, Simmons. Storm Pilgrim, how's it going? Medical Terminal and Vault 75. Okay. We're still... Oh, I know. I did not have time to add in the override for this, so we are still trying to get those hacker points so we can sneak our way into the Institute, or into the railroad, rather. We do have to continue assaulting the gunner outposts. Grumpy old fart. Hello, hello, hello. Canuck, how's it going? Game audio's a bit loud. Oh, interesting. Well, let me drop the... Alright, dropped it a couple decibels. Hopefully that'll help. Colin audio's a bit choppy. Nope, that's probably me. That is usually my setup. Chicken Low Man, hello. Forgot today was Wednesday. This is a welcome surprise. It always catches up on you. I always am. I'm shocked, like the because I've got a long cadence here with streaming on Sunday, Wednesday now. On Wednesday, just that one day closer to Sunday than the other way around. You know what I mean? Like it's 3 days between the stream instead of 4 days. It always catches me off guard too. I had to set myself a reminder because there were a few times where it got real close to 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh crap, it's Wednesday." Hey Phil, how's it going? But yeah, keep me posted if the sound is good once we start getting into combat and stuff, or dialogue. If volume is wrong, we'll give it another crack. Steven MCK, do you think you'll ever stop modding Fallout in the future, or do you think you'll continue to create mods for as long as you're in the business? I have no idea. Like, right now, I'm actually in a personal renaissance with modding. I've gotten back into tool development, which is something that I love and I've been out of for a very long time. And so I'm currently kind of on a resurgence of programming love right now. So you guys are gonna probably see some pretty wild tools coming out of me over the next over the rest of this year. One of them I already released, which was I rebuilt the city plan and layout plan tools. And that was a lot of fun, and I decided to continue that project. And I have some ideas brewing in the brain. I don't know how many of them are possible, but I always had some ideas back when I originally made the city plan tool, and so I've started messing with those again. And that's all going to be Fallout first type stuff, just because that's the game I know the best. So not going to stop anytime soon. I always forget how to get into Vault 75. I think if I zoom in closer, there's probably a better spot to teleport to. Let's see. So yeah, I don't see stopping. It is interesting with all the Xbox news, right? All the stuff about here it is. Just didn't walk right in here. With all the stuff about, like, has it been confirmed yet about the Jay Sawyer project getting converted into a Fallout project? Has that been officially recognized? Because I know it was originally just reported by Jason Schreier, and he's usually like, I think that guy only reports actual leaks. He never makes stuff up. So he's like the most reliable industry leak there is. And but I don't know if there's been any official announcement from Obsidian or Microsoft or Bethesda about that. But that is a very interesting question about that. Like, does that come out on Unreal 5, which is what Obsidian works with now, or do they take another crack at the creation engine? Because if they're about to make another Fallout game you know, is it going to be moddable? Because Unreal is still far behind Creation Engine on moddability. And like if there's a new, like let's say Obsidian puts out a great new Fallout game, and even though it's not moddable, people are still in love with it. You know, like how many people are still going to be coming back to the older games? And even, I know there will be, it'll never be not zero, right? There's people today still playing Fallout 1. Like it never completely absorbs an audience, but there's a critical mass of people that you've got to have around to make it feel like it's worth it, right? You don't want to be spending thousands of hours making something for one person to play. Like that's not fun for anybody. So there's a certain minimum audience even for freebie stuff. So I don't know. I think as long as there's people playing my stuff, I'm happy to make it. I enjoy doing this, but I do do it somewhat for myself, but also some for an audience. So that'll be the secondary question of, am I still playing, right? Like if I get bored of Fallout 4 or a new Fallout comes out that I'm like, well, this is just way better, then that'll be part of it too. So it's one part audience, one part do I still enjoy it myself. I think Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games still to this day. It's just the controls are solid. It's got a lot of mechanics I like. I love the vibe, like the art deco plus the post-apocalypse stuff. Like it hits me just right. And the audio's cutting out a lot today. Not a fan of that. Looks like someone just came back here and restocked all the bullets in these chests. Hold on a second. We got to shut some more stuff down on this computer so we can try and kill some more of this lag. You know what? Always the number one killer is Chrome. Let's shut it down. There we go. That probably reclaimed me a lot of RAM. Forbring, did you create the concept of modding for charity? So the original, if you're talking about the one that we've done for the past 4 years, yes, that one I came up with, but other people had been doing it long before me. That my idea had been to gather a group of a whole bunch of modders and like, oh, let's all work on something together. That was the unique thing that I brought to the table, and that was on a whim. So that came out like originally. Derek, or Sagittarius, as some of you know him, and I were going to work together on a charity thing, and we were just going to try and do speed modding. So it was just going to be like, we'll get on camera and we'll try and make a quest as quickly as we can. And we did a test run of it where we just let ChatGPT write a really bad quest, and we're just like, all right, let's just put it in the CK and see how long it takes us. And we did like a little test stream, and it was fun. And we were going to do it for the charity, but then I saw Eleonora streaming that day while we were planning it, and I just pinged her in her chat and I was like, hey, you want to join up with us and we'll do something together? And then when she was like, yes, that sounds awesome, then I just started asking more modders, and then before I knew it, we had like 10 people. I was like, oh, this will be cool. So that was what I came up with, but the actual modding for charity, a lot of people have done that before. Colin, what's your opinion on the whole Bethesda Obsidian shakeup? You know, I mean, as much as it feels, you know, it feels bad. I feel bad for the people who got laid off, but I also see Microsoft's point, and I think all of us do as Bethesda fans of being like, hey man, it's been 15 years since Skyrim. Like, what's going on? Something's stuck over there, because that's a valuable IP. Where's more games? So I kind of get why it's happening, but you know, I know a lot of people who got laid off personally. I've met them and hung out with them, and it's like, ugh, that sucks. But I see why like Fallout would be giving to another brand. I've actually been talking about it for a while, that I thought that was going to happen. I was like, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Call of Duty style Fallout game, right? Where it's just like, it's not an RPG, it's just use the Fallout IP. And I think that's kind of the future that we're going to see is Microsoft's going to start taking, especially Fallout, because of the TV show and how popular it got, of taking those brands and being like, why are they locked into this one company? Like, we should be using them on different you know, like give them to, it's like Star Wars, right? Like Star Wars, you get games from all sorts of companies that make those. Like that Fallout could have that same thing of being like, hey, let's have a Fallout strategy game. Let's have a Fallout building game. Let's have a Fallout like go back, you know, Wasteland style game again, like an old like 1 and 2, like those type of games, or a CRPG, like do Baldur's Gate 3 style with Fallout. It'd be great. And where you can have kind of that mix of where you've got the turn-based combat plus still have cutscenes and cool story. So I think that is probably the future for that franchise, and I'm fine with that. I do definitely where I'm gonna prefer the moddable creation engine ones, but I'll still play the other ones because I do like the franchise. Wait, that was likeness 0. And there was a lot of things here, so yes. There we go. Oh, wow, we're gonna level up again here soon. Peter got this. Is this our terminal? I think it is. That's what you were asking for. I gotta say, it's looking grim. We knew there were after effects from the treatments, but damn, we'll be lucky to make 30. Oh, here's what we're looking for. Lamont. Oh wait, I think I gotta load a holotape in this. Oh yeah, that's right. I patched this in this patch, but because my save was already past that point, I set it up so when you get close to this for going forward, it'll change the objective to remind you which holotape to load. So we need to load holotape, but I don't remember which one it is. I'm sorry, I'm falling behind chat. I just really gotta finish this here. Data retrieval, I think it's this one. There we go. Alright, Nick Carter, possibly Xbox exclusive. That would suck. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's I read an article recently from the, oh, this objective's gonna get stuck now because I changed the quest in the latest patch, and it won't happen for other people. It's just people who happen to have a save right at the moment that I did will end up with the objective stuck until the quest is over. I would say then it'll clear out, but yeah, I think so there was a PlayStation exec who gave an interview that made a lot of sense to me, which was Microsoft's trying to have their cake and eat it too, like trying to do be a publisher and also a platform. The problem there is that you're then discouraging software developers from being on your platform because you're competing directly with them. The thing that Sony and Nintendo do is they create just a handful of really high-end titles to attract people to their platform, to attract players, so then other game studios want to put their stuff on there. But Microsoft was doing both. They were trying to make unique stuff and hold it for theirs, and then also create these big blockbuster titles that were competing with everybody, like Call of Duty. So they were kind of like having two business models that were kind of fighting each other a little bit. And this guy was saying that they have to stop that, and that seems to be what Ash is doing, of like tightening up to a few core IP, and then let other game studios fill in those gaps, which makes sense to me. But I cannot say that I am a business expert with game stuff yet. So trying to get there, but I think I got a long way to go. Definitely not going to claim I know more than all the execs at these companies. Grumpy Old Fart, hello. Simpson was Tuesday when I play FO4. That is good to hear. I hope we can keep making it better. Who else we got here? I missed out on chat. Polysumancer, hello. Carbon Kid, how's it going? Out bowling, but turning in to help the algorithm. Awesome. Awesome. What's your average? I used to bowl a lot. I was really good when I was a teenager, and then now I'd be lucky if I could crack 150. And whenever we go bowl with my kids are all like, yeah, Dad, you do so good, but they're sub 10, so to them, really good is not getting a gutter ball every shot. TPG Rides, hello. What was that mod, or is it Lost Media? Which mod? What you talking about? Hey, Raven. Lego Fallout, yes, please. Lego Fallout, please. At the Target near me, they have one of those Red Rocket Mega Block sets, and I'm so tempted to get it, but my kids have gotten Mega Block sets for gifts, and they are just so much worse than Lego. They just don't click correctly. The instructions are hard to follow. They're worse than Lego in every way, which I hate to be a snob about it, but yeah, give me Lego Fallout, please. We did get Fallout for Switch, right? We just got Fallout 4 for Switch 2. I don't know if it went on Switch 1. I doubt it. That would be pretty crazy. Maybe it is. I think it's not just on Switch 2 though. I created a Fallout 4 Nora chatbot set in Boston. How does that go? Yeah, I don't think that I think Lego generally doesn't like adult brands, but I feel like they've been changing that with the Lego Ideas sets, because I saw there was a really cool Dune Ornithopter set that I wanted. And that movie is definitely not family friendly.
Finally think straight.
All right, where is Cassandra at? Probably. This is probably, yeah.
Hey, Popsicle. You're doing good work here.
These people
Thanks, Rob.
are pathetic. Where are your real...
Hey, Juju. All right, she's gonna be in the office level or the hangar, I guess. Let's test office level. But yeah, going back to the conversation about Obsidian, Fallout, I'm all for it. Let's get some more Fallout. I don't care who does it. Like, right? It doesn't matter if there's a bad. This is one of the things that I think is cool about more studios touching it. Do you guys remember that time when Blizzard announced Diablo Mobile and they hadn't yet announced Diablo 4 and people were pissed, and the guy went on there and was like, "What? You guys not have phones?" Hello. And like people were pissed because they were like hoping for a new game in the mainline, and the same thing happened with the last. Not E3, Summer Games Fest, where it like Bethesda Game Studios, and then it was 76 content, and then a bunch of people, you can see stream recaps of this, a lot of people being angry who don't like 76, who are just like, oh, I thought we were getting another Fallout or a TES 6 thing. Of like, if you have more studios doing it, like if they went like from, you know, I don't know, what's a game studio everybody loves? Yeah. Like Larian or I don't know. You guys name some game studios you love, and then it said a Fallout game. We'd all be going crazy. Like, that's awesome. Doesn't even matter if it's not Fallout moddable RPG, right? It would just be like, sick. Let's see what they do with it. So I'm all for this idea of letting more studios play with the brands. That sounds fun. What is this? Where is this one? Oh, that's still the Vault 75 terminal. Okay. Guess basement? We'll try them all. Wait, no, I am on the basement. We need to go to hangar. Spirit on. Funnily enough, I consider Fallout the bad Fallout. I wasn't fond of vanilla. Mods, I guess, to have built spawn it so well, though. That's funny. I loved the base game. That's why I made Sims Elements. But I also liked Starfield, which is why we made Watchtower. Like, if we don't like the base game, it's going to be hard to make anything. But
lower level.
Bephidia? Is that a typo, or is that some new anti-Bethesda slang that I'm not familiar with? Hey, Babylonia. Oh, there she is.
Hello. Ah, splendid. I see you've acquired the holotape. Well done. Let's examine it together, shall we? Well, that certainly answers that.
Yeah? Why is that?
The data confirms Lamont did indeed originate from Vault 75, and she is undoubtedly the result of human experimentation. It appears every resident of 75 was a part of these experiments. If I interpret this correctly, their aim was to create a superhuman of sorts. Children birthed and nurtured within the vault were subject to eugenic breeding and a myriad of additional genetic alterations.
Exactly what abilities does she have?
Well, I'd be foolish to draw concrete conclusions from these records, and I lack a frame of reference for the Vault Tech scientist's terminology. Despite that, if I were to venture a guess, Lamont appears to have been endowed with extraordinary strength and stamina, enhanced speed and reflexes, and a keen intellect. However, her scores on such things as empathy leave a lot to be desired. Superior ability breeds superior apathy, I suppose.
That's ambitious.
Indeed. It's just unfortunate that ambition often outstrips competence. What's more, based on these records, it appears highly likely.
You know what I
that
think one of my
Lamont is
goals for
indeed
this
dying.
year should be is to
Her
fix
life
this streaming
expectancy
setup.
is
I
estimated
wonder
at a
if this
meager
computer I
25
game on,
years.
because we only play
And
old
the
games,
dates of
is
these
powerful
files
enough to
suggest
just do
she is
both.
currently
Just
at
stream
least
itself instead of me
26.
doing this relay.
Evidently, forcing the human
We should
body
try
to
that.
exceed its innate
Maybe Sunday
limitations
I will
comes
if I
at a
have time
cost.
to set it up.
Lamont is dying, no doubt about it. Genetic tampering has pushed her body beyond its limits.
There must be something we can do to help her. No one deserves to die like that.
You have a remarkable knack for catching me off guard. Yes, I believe there is something we could do to help her. In fact, you already possess the very device we'd need for the task, that being the Vitomatic. Potentially, we could utilize the device to monitor Lamont's genetic framework, as we nudge her genome towards something a bit more stable. Of course, we'd still require specialized equipment, capable of modifying an individual's genes. And despite possessing records of Lamont's genetic structure, we'd still require pre-war records of more typical humans for comparison purposes. I am confident I can source the necessary equipment. However, the records are something you'd need to obtain for me.
Can you explain how this thing is actually gonna work?
Lamont's genome is uniquely pliable, either by design or as a side effect of Vault-Tec's tampering. Either way, in theory, I could modify her genetic makeup while using the Vitomatic to receive feedback, thus ensuring my changes are producing the desired results. Under normal circumstances, this would be too far-fetched to even attempt. However, this is a unique situation amidst extraordinary times.
What kind of pre-war records are we talking about?
We would need genetic sequencing data from a minimum of, let's say, 4 distinct and relatively healthy individuals. Naturally, more samples are preferable, but acquiring complete and thorough genetic profiles is no simple task. Although, I'm quite certain the Vitomatic already has at least one viable record stored. Specifically, yours. Were you and Jake perhaps playing around with it at some point? It's not a toy, you know.
Sure, I can do that.
Bear in mind, there's no guarantee of a positive outcome. But I'll give it my all to make this work. If I were in your shoes, I'd investigate some of the old medical sites scattered about the Commonwealth. Within such places, it's plausible there are still records tucked away inside functioning computer systems. Keep in mind, we would need gene samples from individuals born prior to the bombs falling. And before you ask, no, ghouls will not suffice.
Okay. I'll do my best.
As you always do. If you can bring me a minimum of 4 genetic records, I can start working on a potential treatment for someone in Lamont's condition. Luck be with you. And it's nice to see that perhaps some of the Nightingale ethic has rubbed off on you. Until next time.
Yeah. 4 samples of pre-war genetic sequencing data. Oh, that's another thing I gotta update. This is I gotta check on that. I should be able to just check right now. So I'm fairly certain that Bethesda never puts periods at the end of their objectives. Yeah, they do not. And this was just a case of we had somebody else. This quest got entered in like way last minute, right before Chapter 3 was shipping. It was like there was a whole bunch of quest content that was made that I just didn't know about until we were like trying to wrap up, and then all of a sudden it was like so Rick started tossing in all these new scripts. And I was like, "What is this? What is this? I thought you were done." But that quest is too cool to not get in. So I was like, "All right, we got to figure it out." So I found somebody else to plug it in, and we didn't have time to go confirm all their stuff matched up with the rest. So that's why we had that crazy big objective last week, and we got some extra periods in the objectives. I'll just jot this down. I am not going to risk loading up the CK to fix stuff today, since my computer is struggling real hard with the audio today, and I don't know why. Like, it should be the same as last week, but I could definitely hear way more skipping than usual. I don't know what you guys. So let's see. Fix objectives in sympathy for the devil. All right. Trisha, you should ask Asha to let you guys make a standalone Fallout game. The problem is we don't have the we have a track record of making good small content. We don't have a track record of making full games. So we have a lot to prove still before we could get that honor. All right, we got all sorts of medical facilities. Actually, you know what I should do is combo this and like jump to these places and try and recapture outposts along the way. Let's see if we can figure out where they've taken. Actually, do they only... Is the only other one they have... They probably have Murkwater, and they definitely have Spectacle. Okay, so that's nowhere near. Okay, let's go double check here. Oh, we've got a lot of these already sorted. Oh, and of course, that one's going to stay up there forever now because we're in the same quest still. All right, well, let's go do the ones we can. Hartford Medical. Oh, wow, I'm way behind on chat. Sorry, guys. DBG, I'm friends in IRL with the... Wait, why didn't that not work? Oh, the game's freezing up. Okay. Give it time. Be patient. Friends in real life with the lore master at Larian. Oh, that's cool. Of course, their games are good. He started out working for Gigax. I don't know Gigax. What games have they made? Or is that like is that a tabletop company? Canuck, hard to have optimism AAA lately. Nothing impossible. Yeah, it was funny to see Asha say that in that open letter of being like, you know, it's not just AAA. We're competing with each other. Now we're competing with Indie and AA. Like acknowledging that everyone's catching up to them. Hype is the mind killer. Nothing wrong with wait and see attitude. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the shadow drop or like very light hints. I think like what we did for Bard's College, I think is what we've settled on the team that we like best. We didn't do the same thing for Sigil and we regret it, which was like just letting out the features be known in advance, like a few weeks before it releases, so people who like the idea could get hyped for it, and then releasing it. And then for people who just don't have time to watch or to read random social posts on a small account, then they get to be surprised when we drop a trailer. I think that worked out nicely, so we'll probably go back to that. But too much hype, yeah, it's not good.
So much care for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
Stormpoker, I figure if the next Fallout sucks, I'll have to remember that I just became old enough for Medicare, so perspective. Oh man. That's the thing that is crazy to me is the folks who are saying, man, I used to play, you know, game X. Like I grew up playing Skyrim in high school and now I have a wife and kids, and it's like, oh, that's crazy that it's been that long. Did we get them all? Oh, that always feels awesome. Suicider to take out all his buddies. I always said I can't wait for the retirement home LAN parties for our generation. That is exciting stuff right there. Assuming computer prices drop back down to earth in the next 30 years. Nick Carter's from your internet. Maybe when your kids are running a torrent. No, it's not my internet. It is the capture card. Because I can hear the skips too. If it were the internet, only you guys would hear them. But I hear them in my headphones. So it is happening before that. So it is. It is my. It's the. And I've replaced the capture card, so I know it's not the capture card itself. It's something in the chain, and I'm pretty sure it's the oldest. The oldest piece of hardware in this chain is the computer that's pushing out the stream to you guys, and consuming the stream or the feed from the capture card.
Time to die!
and I do not want to replace it. These computers are expensive. Who are they shooting at? It's not me. I'm nowhere near that.
Gonna be a good fight forever!
So stupid. You know, I remember day one when we talked about what am I going to do with this character. You guys said I should spray and pray. You were right. This is a perfect KG gun. I do not have to have good aim in the slightest. Just got to get it in the same room. Radiated rolling pin. Man, the number of bad legendaries you can get in this game is comical. Like, I like the idea of, I like progression. I like being able to like work up toward cooler stuff, but it's a little bit slow in this game. Oh, wait, can we might be able to hack this because
Security's too good.
I'm on Apprentice, right? Or no, not Apprentice. I'm thinking Skyrim. Advanced. We are the future. I can't find you to make sure you're not the future. Where are these super mutants?
Hey, you disappear! No fair!
So I guess my goal isn't really super mutants. I'm coming for this terminal. I just assume that the super mutants will lead me to it, because I assume we put it near the boss room.
Gonna find you soon, human! Gonna be a good...
Why did they explode? I mean, I'll take it, but... Oh, the grenades pushed me over. Alright, alright. What can we get rid of here? I really gotta get Dogmeat back. Start handing him some stuff. Oh, here we go. Random assault rifle. Okay, Super Mutant's dead. Now we can focus up here. Only had a jetpack. Well, we gotta go up. I know that much. Colin had trouble downloading the latest Chapter 3 update. The download kept timing out and failing. Have you heard anybody else, or was it Nexus throttling? It's just Nexus. It won't necessarily be throttling downloads, but it can take a while for their CDN to catch up, so we may have to just try again. Oh, but I gotta pick this to get in there. I would have expected there to be a keycard to get in here.
Got it.
Well, we made it. Worked out fine. Lots of locks. Spiridon, what's your favorite starting settlement that isn't sanctuary? Starlight, for sure. It's close to the center of the map, and it's just like a big open space to build.
Sweet.
Oh, there's fake collision there. Oh, it's glass. Okay. Oh. Oh, what do we got here? Getting everybody? Cap stash, yes, please. Because I really don't need caps anymore, but... Do need stim pack. Always need more stim packs. McKendrick's skull? What the hell? Is this for a quest I don't have yet? Oh, it's a CPD Radiant that I didn't know I had that was available. Those are Oh, that's interesting that those are available even if you don't request them. That's kind of cool, actually. That's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Nice.
I don't know if that's by design, but it's fun. ND, if you happen to watch this. Is that intended? Whoa, 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 hold on. Lost chat again. Lost chat again. Oh, I am so far behind on chat again. All right, hold on. We're going to pause here. And, well, no, we're going to finish my looting. So I'm not tempted. There we go. Now I can catch up on chat. Let's see here. Farmarine stress test SS2 on the Steam Deck and Xbox Series S and Steam Machine when? I mean, the Xbox... I have an Xbox One OG and a Xbox Series X that I can test on. I have a Steam Deck, but I don't know how to sideload that stuff. I've never looked into it, but I don't intend on. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to support VR and Steam Deck because those are hard to get. Like, those are not intended to have that stuff on there, and it's such a small number of people who are going to actually take the time to put that on there. Oh, Gary Gigax. Okay, gotcha. Dungeons and Dragons guy. All right. So what do they do as Gigax Games? Because like D&D is, were they the original producers of D&D and then they sold it to Hasbro, or Wizards of the Coast, or whoever owns it now? I think they sold it to Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast is owned by Hasbro, right? Fallout Tactics is more canon than the Bethesda Fallouts. I like Fallout Tactics. I had a good time with that game. So we're in Dota 2 in the nursing home. Literal defense of the agents. Nice. Probably I don't want Fallout to be Metro. I want it like this. Yeah, there's always the divide there, right? Like whenever somebody else takes a franchise in a new direction, there's a certain number of people that are going to like the new way, and then some people are going to like the old. And then occasionally there's a way that nobody likes, and then they retreat from that, thankfully. Capital Simon, I played the OG Fallout, of course. I also played the OG Arena from Bethesda. First computer game was Zork. Nice. Yeah, I played the OG Fallout, and I think they did a great job. I remember, like, when I saw they were going to be making Fallout 3 as first person, I'm like, that's not going to work. For Fallout is a ISO RPG. And then I came back and played it, and I was like, oh, that was incredible, and I want more of that, please. It definitely feels totally different, but it does have enough of the elements that... I could see, though, if I had went from playing Fallout 1 and 2, and then, like, Fallout 3 came out the next year, and it was... first person, it might have been jarring, but like because there was enough of a gap between when I played Fallout 2 and Fallout 3, it was just the nostalgia hit just right there. I was like, oh, those are bottle caps and Nuka-Cola and like all the things I remembered. It's all fun and games till you loot an explosive minigun at level 5. Yeah, it ruins the game. Or did any of you guys watch Gopher's playthrough of the charity mod? And he picked up like the most busted possible weapon you could have. It was like, it was one of our new heavy weapons that also was it was also automatic, and it got explosive. Like the thing was just stupid. It was basically just the eye. He just had an eye win button on it. You just run around and. Heavy weapon with automatic and explosive, and the explosive legendary effect. Legendaries they can use. Great little mod. Enemies actually use the legendaries they're going to drop. Oh, dang. So they would have been beating me down with that legendary rolling pin. Yeah, my first playthrough DVG, I got the same thing. It wasn't that early, thankfully, but I did get explosive combat shotgun, like, I don't know, midway through the game, and I just used that the whole way through. I still have that save on my Xbox, and that's the only weapon he needs. History 875 live, yay! Welcome, chat. We're just chilling out, catching up on chat right now because I go through bouts of falling behind. Explosive-resistant glass, essential in hospitals. Yes, of course. Gotta have your bulletproof glass and explosive-proof glass for those mischievous patients. Oh, that's a tough one to say there. YYTYYTT. Yit. Akingath accidentally skipped quest stage 70 in the Disappearance of Jake quest. Left without talking to Aiden. When I met Ron in his shop, he wouldn't talk. Fixed by talking to Aiden again. Interesting. I'm trying to think how you could pull that out. Like, yeah, I guess we force a conversation, but if you just break out of it, it could screw things up. That's definitely one of those things I know Sarik has gotten a lot better about, of like, if we're going to stage stuff that requires a conversation between people, then we make sure that there's fallback if the player skipped them, or arrange the situation so there's less chance of the player being able to actually skip them at all or completely blocking it. But I know with SS2, that was kind of, Chapter 1 was kind of the first rodeo. Chapter 2 was getting a little more familiar with it. And I think by Chapter 3, he really had it down well. Like that Gophermont was the best of the stream. Yeah, you could just tell he broke. Like, he was just not expecting how ridiculous that gun was going to be. Like, he fired like 2 rounds off of it and it nuked a Marler Queen. I was like, oh wow. Oh wow. Ken, I was a big fan of Fallout 3 first, coming from 1 and 2, but it grew on me. For me, Fallout 4 is the most playable. Yeah, I think that, I mean, Fallout 4 feels to me like it upgraded on everything in 3 in New Vegas. I know a lot of people don't say that about the writing or the RPG mechanics, but from like just the moment-to-moment gameplay, I like everything about Fallout 4 better, which is why like I really loved that Begin Again mod pack that I was playing 3 in New Vegas in, because it tries to bring a lot of the gameplay features back from Fallout 4, like better gunplay, where you can actually just use iron sights and such instead of having to use VATS for everything. Oh, this might actually be good. You've got, what else did it add in there? Sprinting wasn't in the old games. And obviously I like the settlement system, so there was just a lot of stuff added that really feels nice. I will say the color palette, I also enjoy it. Like, I like the, let's see, agility and perception or strength and endurance. I think I would rather have strength and endurance. That's carry weight and health, right? Yeah, I will take that. Goodbye. Just because I don't want to carry it around, it's not worth much. But yeah, I would agree with that 100% that Fallout 4 is the most playable of those. You know, obviously, with enough mods, you can turn any game into any other, but... Oh, these guys must be holding a territory I've got around here. Yeah, these are definitely my guys. Yeah, managed silver. Oops. Okay, so that we're done with. So now we need to find the next... Oh, you know what? We're right next to CBD, aren't we? Aren't we? Or am I confused? We're not right next to it. Okay, I don't know why I thought I could have... Oh, I saw police, that's why. I was like, I'm sure I just saw something that made me think of CBD. We just saw a little police station here. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Green Tech Genetics. Should you begin again? I got an add-on for that. So this one was Begin Again was a Wabajack list for Tale of Two Wastelands. And it basically is just Tale of Two Wastelands plus a bunch of mods to make the core gameplay feel more like Fallout 4. There's more to it. There's a little bit more to it than that, but it wasn't like jamming a bunch of quest mods or new weapons or overhauls. It was like a vanilla plus for those two, which I really liked. Like if I go back and play that again, I'll definitely use that list. Unless they take it in some crazy direction. But the direction they were in so far, I really enjoyed. Yeah, Storm Pilgrim, the music got me as well. Growing up, I would spend summers at my grandparents' house, and my grandpa would always he would always bust out the kind of music that's in Fallout 3 and 4 or in New Vegas on a record player. And so like it's just pure nostalgia of childhood for me. Like to this day, when I just need to like feel good, I'll just have my Echo play. I just tell it to play music from Frank Sinatra, and like that just puts me in a happy place. But Ink Spots, same thing. You hear that song from the Fallout 3 trailer, and it's just like, man. Bethesda actually got me really good with the trailer on 76 too. That was such a good cover of that song. All right, where is this taking me? Hold on a second. Let's do local map. Oh, there's another floor in here. Okay. Maybe this elevator's active now? She's still here. Okay. I think she got mad at me for some reason. I think maybe because I murder hoboed in here. I don't remember why she was mad at me. There's got to be a better way to get down there than just jumping, because I would survive, but it feels like there should be a stairway or something. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Another hollow tape.
No way I'm cracking.
Oh wait, we did just level up again though. One step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Expert now. All right, one more to go. We got to use our newfound powers. All right, let's see. Lending is 3, so it could be ING. Still could be ING. It's the worst getting the 3 on an ING word, because there's always like a dozen of them in here. That's 3. Wait a second. What have we bet? Beating, dancing, lending. Could it still be? Let's see. So looking at DANCE, LEND, yeah, it still could be. Killing. Hey, there we go. Oopsie. Mentats. We're gonna hit weight limit again on drugs. Okay, we need to escape here. Okay, up we go. Where do we come in here? Up there. I'll just hop on these filing cabinets. It's fine. Oh, hello. I don't need a fat man, but it's fun that you're there. Skyrim Zal, hello, how are you? Welcome. TBG, I worked at a radio station in the 80s that played 30s, 40s, 50s, lots of war songs. Oh, how's Skyrim VR? I've not tried it yet. I loved the idea of Fallout 4, and I think I shed a few tears the first time I saw some SS2 buildings inside of... no, I probably tried it on SS1. Anyway, some settlements buildings in VR. It was a magical moment, but I get too sick doing VR. Never got my sea legs. Well, when you come back to Fallout 4 modded, we'll be ready for you. I'm continuing to fight the good fight and keep these bugs at bay. Well then, I guess thank God for fast travel, since I don't have I don't need power armor right now. Head to Milton. Yit. Is it normal if the resources others bring from Mark 1 supply beacons supposed to be in the hundreds and thousands? Yes, they are. Because they're giving them to your settlement, not to you. So your settlements need a hell of a lot more resources than you do. So it was to encourage making use of that system. It had to be a good reward for the setup it takes to use them. You can also unlock new building plans doing that. I always forget to use the system, but if you remember, there's a lot of rewards to get. Later, Babylonia. Can I get nauseous at a VR booth at a carnival in the 90s? Not really tempted to do modern VR. So the one time that I had like an amazing experience with VR where I did not get sick at all was at... It was near Disney World in Florida. They had this Star Wars thing. I don't remember what it was called. Funnily enough, my wife found in an old purse yesterday. She had a wristband from it. This was like 7-8 years ago. It was ages ago. And so it was fresh on my mind, but I still don't remember the name of it. It was written on her. It was like the... I couldn't tell you for the life of me what it was called, but it was just funny that she found this old wristband. But it was a VR setup where you wore the computer on your back like a backpack, and you wore the helmet, and it was in like this warehouse, and you would pick up your blaster, and it was modeled after a real Star Wars blaster, so it felt in your hands like you were holding a real gun. And then the visuals, so you're walking through an actual space, but when you're in the VR goggles, like all of the walls, instead of being bland, they were colored like you're in on the Death Star or whatever it was. You were on it starts out, you're like on some sort of ship and you're fighting stormtroopers and stuff, and then eventually you crash land on this planet and there's like lava, and then they actually had heat in the room, so like when you're crossing this bridge across some lava, you can feel heaters coming out, like blasts of heat coming up from it was absolutely incredible. It was so immersive, and because you're physically moving, like I did not get sick at all on that. That was the best VR experience ever, and I hoped that was where we were heading, but all those kind of places seem to be closed, shutting down. So, unfortunate. I don't know if you were friendly or not, but... Whoops. Good thing we're in hospital. Any more med packs? We'll take some quantum. it's okay. Later, spare.
Going up.
A while back, you recommended having your character stand in one spot for a couple hours to allow the script to catch up. Was that to prevent crashing or freezing lockups? It's mostly like where things just feel like they're non-responsive. So the more you play Fallout, especially when you have like a ton of stuff going on, so like if you went crazy on city plans, if you're in the middle of HQ, and when you trigger a bunch of sleeping or waiting to where, so like every time you trigger a 24-hour cycle, there's a crazy amount of stuff that happens both in the base game and SS2 and Workshop Framework. There's all this code that's triggered to run once per day. So every time you sleep, you pile up this load of scripts and it has to chew through itself. And if you sleep again, all those scripts get queued a second time. And so you can build up just a crazy amount of debt to your save file where it's just like it needs time to catch up. And so one of the easiest ways to do that is to go somewhere like Diamond City or the like an interior cell, like the, what do you call that? What's the thing in Sanctuary? You guys know what I'm talking about? The like the little, there's that little cell behind the behind one of the houses. Anyway, if you go to a small interior space, and Diamond City counts because it is its own little cell. Just anywhere where you're not going to be triggering a bunch of wait times, and you just leave. Just leave your, don't wait, don't do anything. Just let your character sit there. Don't pause the game. If you pause the game, it won't run the script. So you want to be somewhere safe. You want somewhere where you can't be hurt because you're going to just let the game run. And then that'll give it time to catch up all those scripts. Because the engine is set up to have a certain amount of resources every frame to process scripting data. And so if you keep piling on more script data, well, you don't get more frames, right? So, and the VM is frame capped. Now, one interesting thing is if you have the mod that disconnects, I can't remember what it's called, disconnects physics from your frame rate, that actually helps with scripts too. So whatever that, I can't remember what that F4SC mod is, but if you are running that, you can actually, your game can handle scripts a lot better. So it'll run better with SS2 and stuff and other high script mods. DBJ, I suffer from what used to be called DIMS, Doom-Induced Motion Sickness. VR doesn't work for you. Yeah, I was always hoping they would solve the motion sickness problem with VR, but I think it's a fundamental problem. I think it's kind of like how you can't really solve seasickness. The best thing to do is make sure that your physical movement and your vision stay lockstep. Like, if you get seasick, your best bet and you're on a boat is to go up on the top deck. Like, don't be under, because that makes it way worse. And I think so with VR, you're kind of always under the deck, so there's no way to really fix that. Colin, I'm trying to run the game on an old NVIDIA 1070 and the game freezes are insane. So that's another thing that's a bummer about all the patches to Fallout 4 over the years, is they seem to have made the game work less good on old hardware. So I originally built Sim Settlements on a 980 or a 970. I got a really old NVIDIA card. I still have the computer, but it will not run Fallout 4 anymore. Wait a second, where is this one? Is this in Good Neighbor? I don't think so. Let's try walking north. Yeah, the FPS physics mod, I think is what it's called. But that will actually make the root cellar. Geez, I don't know why I can't remember any of these things. That mod will make the high FPS physics fix. That is exactly it, Mythic Beast. That one will make your scripts run better in Fallout 4. It makes lockpicking really hard. Really? I didn't know that it had an impact on that. That's kind of funny. Home plate, that's a great one, Choo Choo. Anywhere where you're not going to get attacked by enemies is basically where you want to be. That doesn't have a bunch of stuff going on. Like going to a settlement is not good because then the settlement has all this code running, right? So when you're away from a settlement, there's a lot less stuff going on than when you're in a settlement. There you go. Connect's got a link for anybody who wants to try it. That's probably it. I don't use it, but I know that people have used it and have done a bunch of tests, and they've figured out that it indirectly impacts, because it basically effectively uncaps your frame rate then. So if your system is running Fallout 4 decently, which any modern system will, you will get higher frame rate, which means more opportunity for your scripts to run. So like obviously if you're getting sub 60 FPS still, that thing doesn't help. But the whole point of that physics fix is that you're getting higher than 60 FPS and you want to take advantage of it without it breaking your... so it won't fix that on its own. You also have to... I should have put that as a caveat. You also have to have a system capable of needing it, right? You got to have high FPS. So the game is designed to run at 60 or lower. So if you're able to push it higher, you can start to get physics disconnecting and you can get really random weird bugs. And that mod fixes that. And then so since you can play at higher FPS safely, it means you get more turns for the scripts to process because they're frame bound. All right, what is this place over here? Feels like it's going to be the Nightingale's Hospital, but I should have a map marker for that. What do we got? What do we got? Hunter's hunting rifle. 50% damage against animals. No thank you. Absolutely thought that monkey was a person. Thought it was a raider. Got that one installed, hasn't helped. Yeah, if you're not getting over 60 FPS, it won't really help anyway. But again, you're definitely not getting over 60 FPS on a 1070. Gonna need some more ammo soon. I'm just walking. Is it in Good Neighbor? It is. Okay. Why is there a medical terminal in Good Neighbor? If you uncap your FPS, lock kicking is crazy. I've not seen this. I assume that I can find a video of what that looks like. Yeah, Storm Pilgrim, same thing. If you fast travel really long distances over and over again, that also can start backing it up. It's every 24 hours in game, a new batch of really heavy scripts starts. From the workshop system, and obviously like some settlements and workshop framework piggyback on that timer, so we're gonna add more, we're gonna pile more stuff on there too. Oh, Brambleberry, I got you.
Big
Maximum crabs!
On a delay, but I got you. I don't know why that was so delayed. Hold on, let's give it another go. Let's push the button.
Maximum crab, baby.
There we go. NVIDIA drivers cap my FPS at 59 turns into a slideshow. Interesting. Oh, I guess it kind of makes sense that there would be medical data here.
So, you've joined the Institute. I suppose in the end, they always win.
Yeah?
Sorry, Dr. Amari. Does she have anything more to say? Like, I'd actually talk to her?
Amari.
We have nothing to discuss. The Institute has no business here.
Okay, then. DevM high FPS physics fix has an INI file with a configuration for capping the lockpicking interface at 60 FPS. Make sure that's engaged and you'll have no lockpicking side effects. Oh, nice. I'm surprised that's not just enabled by default. And maybe it is now. Maybe it wasn't when it first launched, and that was the what you ran into, Raven. Because that seems like a crazy one to add in later, right? Like, and be like, why is that just the default? Who wants to have a bad time with lockpicking? All right, I guess we can go take whatever that is down here. Because I think that there's slightly different reactions. I don't know how much they impact the result of the quest, but I think Cassandra is very happy with you if you bring her all the sources you can find. Okay, then. It seemed like he gave me like 400 XP. That's a lot for one random robot. What does his ammo use? This 45? I gotta go restock. I should have done it while we were in Good Neighbor. A few spots has got two vendors loads ammo right next to each other. I wonder why this place. We giving them dolphin DNA? Oh, that locked load screen icon, always terrifying. Come on, game. We just gotta believe. Just believe in Fallout 4 and it's fine. Unless you're on Xbox, so then you're doomed.
Approximately 70% information updated. Approximately 97% of all life on the planet is found in the sea. 70% information updated. Approximately 97% of all life on the planet is found in the sea. A single mouthful of seawater may contain hundreds of thousands of phytoplankton.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna borrow this from you, buddy. Oh, I'll also borrow this. Oops.
That's it.
That's what we're looking for. Give me those stim packs. Never have too many stim packs in war. I do think we're closing in on the end of the war, though. I think it's just 2 places left, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what other settlements are around that we've missed. I think it's just Murkwater and Spectacle. We're in the end game now, folks. All right, what else do we have? Is there another medical sample? So we could return these to HQ. We've got 4. There is... This is the... Oh, wait. Is there one in the Institute? That makes sense. But we can just teleport there, right? Oh, yeah, I'm also not playing.
Excuse me, but I must get back to work.
Thanks.
Just as you gave life
Also
to
not
Robin,
playing
you gave
survival, so
life
of course
to
I can travel there.
Can't break the code.
Oh, it's in the FEV lab. I feel like I got there in another direction, though, earlier. Alright, so now we got 2 places we're locked out of until we level up. Well, I guess that's a good reason to go to war, then. Let's go fight some gunners. We'll see if we level up and get that. And then we'll unlock 2 new locations for us. So let's go to the castle. I'll go to Warwick. What I want to, I think what I need to do is just scout out Spectacle and then go back. I guess it doesn't matter. I've got Aqua Boy. We're fine. Hey, Daniel Moore, how are you? I'm doing well. Oh, hold on. I'll let them fight. Cricket.
Hey, Cricket.
Got a hankering for melting face?
Yes.
I'm your girl.
Give me
Sure. Let's take
all
Just
your
think how
45
they-
rounds. Oh, that is nice. All right. Thank you. All right, I do not want to join that fight because I'm fairly certain we have... Yeah, we got troops there. I don't want to trigger... I don't want to melt them with my spray and pray. So we'll just take a little swim over here. A little night swim. Oh, where's this go? What is this? Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, I was like, oh wow, did I just find a secret underwater level? Wait, what is this? That has electricity. Does this thing have no story? Is this just like a little random POI with no explanation? There's like some funky collision blocking me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Jump. There we go. All right, can we get up on that now? Oh, not quite. Okay. Is there anything interesting up there? This feels like a little... the fact that this is electricity, I don't know how I've never seen this before. This water pump runs back all the way over to Warwick. Isn't that pipe a holder from the scraped underwater vault storyline? Maybe. Interesting things in the water, mostly useless, yeah. Oh, that's right. We used somebody's crazy city plan over here. This is going to be interesting to assault. Oh, sorry, buddy. Rest in peace.
Maximum crabs!
Thanks, Jan. Whoa! I see a red down here. Was there a turret above me? Oh, the spotlight. The spotlight is angry. Alright, we better be... switch something a little more precise. There might be settlers here. No, not you. Not the guard dog. Take out the gunner, please. Whoa. Wow, grenade. Bad news for you guys. I'm real good at being frozen.
Casualties.
Oh no! Oh no! You okay? Oh, I made the dog angry. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He didn't. He's not gonna attack me. He forgives me. This is what I wanted. Sorry, boy.
Come on, asshole.
Stop. There we go. This is gonna be a tough one to invade. This is quite the cement fortress.
Sensor alert.
Oh. Where I can hear the assaultrons spinning up, but I don't see them anywhere. Oh god. Oh, what is that? I saw a settler in there. Glad I did not bust out the spray and pray. There's another one. A couple more. Nice. I got the 25er on that. Alright, let's see. How about you, buddy? Coming for you guys. Captive farmers. I want to clear... I don't want to... start the actual assault until actually we've cleared out the base ones. It's just going to spawn a bunch more. I actually might want to take it and tear down this city plan before we start assault. It's going to be such a mess trying to find everybody in here.
Enemy presence still detected. No, it's not secure.
Alright, so it seems like down in here somewhere. So can I jump out this window? No. Can I enter workshop mode here? No. Alright, so I need to get around the back of the settlement somehow.
Enemy combatant, reveal yourself. You are merely delaying the inevitable.
I would love to, lady. I don't know my way around here. I didn't build this.
Enemy has fled the combat zone. Standing down.
Enemy is a coward. Oops. Alright, I guess we go the long way. All the way around down here. Alright, I need to get... I think it was over there, so... I need to get outside of this wall. Settlement not designed for traversal. Ugh. Oh god, did I just get myself stuck? I may have. Oh, almost got out, almost got out, almost got out. We're gonna have to TCL, I think. I think we found a spot where you can get stuck in here. Yeah. Well, we're not here for the achievements, so that's fine. Alright, well, it was a good run on this settlement design. Not for me, though. I'm not a fan of the... I like the ones with lots of exits. I'd rather get lost and loop back around than get stuck in places. Yeah, I don't even see how you're supposed to get into that backyard. All right. Well, this is losing its fun factor. So.
Scanners detecting sentient life.
Get up here. Maybe we can figure out our way
Level
out
elevated.
after we fight these guys.
I want this place searched top to bottom.
We got some cultists living here too. Oh, we got a magazine printer. Sweet.
Alert level Bravo.
Actually, just check the workbench, see if we got some cool magazines. Wait a second. We've been over here. So they might be stuck in the walls. They're in the walls.
Detected. Possible stealth unit in the area.
Yeah, I think they're like underneath this floor here. Alright then. Continue with our... Yep, there they are. Found him. And now we live down here forever. All right, so we can go to the workbench, which is not sure over here. No, crash. No. Hopefully we got a random save from opening a Pip-Boy or something. If we have to do that whole fight again, I'll probably just KAH them and because I really need to take over the settlement and scrap this city plan. This is not going to work for doing an assault. So we're going to think the next Fallout will have some kind of randomization of texture so every panel doesn't look exactly the same. I think it should be able to. I think one of the things is the amount of texture memory available and the variation of textures you could have was greatly expanded after DirectX 12. And unfortunately, this game predated that, so... Oh no, hold on. Forgot about you get 2 notes out of the Fallout 4 theme song, and it gets flagged. Gopher found that out recently and was asking me if I knew anything about the same scumbag company that always is copyright striking me. Mana OW8371. Is there a way to make your soldiers not pick up the induction rifles? It's a small preference issue, but it makes me think of both the Empire and Rebels and Star Wars both use green lasers. No, I get that totally. That was actually one of the things we did in... one when we were setting up the trailer shots for Watchtower was to make sure that the Watchtower ships use a different color lasers than all the ships that we had in combat with them, so that you could tell good guys versus bad guys right at a glance. It was just like it's a visual trick. Totally feel that, but no, there's no way to stop. That's just base game behavior. That the NPCs will pick up whatever the best gun is around them. So yeah, unfortunately, no way to stop that. There might be, maybe there's a 4SE mod that stops it, but not natively. I did on this computer, Phil. On the computer, or I'm sorry, on the computer that I streamed for the charity, I did, but not on my gaming PC that has all my Let's Plays. So I need to add that INI setting on this other computer still. Hey, Kez. Instead of Oblivion remaster, we should have had a Fallout 4 remaster. I mean, I think we will eventually, but probably not for quite a while yet. Since we have the Fallout 3 and New Vegas on deck. Also, maybe never now. Maybe never. Okay, you guys know I've been talking about the automated translation that YouTube has engaged on the chat. Just for me, you guys don't see it. So, Phil, you posted Kez, and it translated it to hands up. New context for your username there, Kez. Alright, can I just take it? No. Alright, well, we're going to force it. We're going to force it with... Well, that might break something. Hold on. I'm afraid the assault's going to go terribly here. Alright, we got to just try it. And we may... Oh, you know what we'll do is we'll do the assault, and then I can either cheat the assault with console commands, or we can KH the assault. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm too far away from an outpost? No. Oh, I didn't mark it with I didn't mark it first. Hold on. There we go. Whoops. Hands up, Teddy. There was a joke about the X edit. I think he whooshed me. Richard Evelino, he can get love your work, man. Hello, thank you. Resumes, have you heard that war never changes? No, but I appreciate you telling me. Doesn't have enough warriors. Ah, of course. Okay. Let's go back to the castle and solve that. You're too funny for me. Okay, here. More nonsense translation. Richard, your message you typed anytime, Hawes, and it translated that to bring it anytime. Thanks, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Alright, what's our bed count in here? You know what we probably just need to do is just go around and cure some soldiers. I'm sure there's plenty of folks that took some injuries. 35 beds, 35 people. Okay, we're not going to get them here. Let's see. Let's go to Egret, where most of our folks are. Make sure that everyone's healthy. All right. Does anybody need some drugs?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Actually, oh, I know what else we can do here. Here's what we can do. Vitamatic.
You'll always be welcome here.
Addie says
Profession guard.
the hounds are all dead now.
No, what I want to know is, are you assigned to anything? I guess the Vitamatic doesn't help me with that. They've got the... So I guess I need to do... Well, because if I go here, it's going to show... Oh, yeah, you are assigned to... Okay. That's what we want to make sure of. Everyone's assigned to an actual thing. Although I don't feel like I have that many martial plots, so... I guess they could just be assigned to stuff like this.
What the? Maybe they're still here. Watching. Laughing.
Freedom fighter.
Yeah?
Oh, you're a visitor. All right.
The dogs are doing great. I've bred for junkyards before.
Where are you going? Oh, you're a farmer. Visitor. All right, I'm not seeing anybody injured, but I was looking to see if there was anybody that's...
Yes.
Oh, we got a lot of visitors. Why do we have so many visitors here? Oh, I guess because I probably built a lot of recreation. All right, let's try left from the Warplanner's desk.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Hold on, we're about to get a note here. Nope, we just broke it. View notes. Battle reports. No. Well, we got a new map marker, but I'm not sure where it was. May have been Covenant? Did the Gunners take Covenant? It's possible. I thought I blocked that, though.
Huh?
All right, let's hear it. It says we have 11 injured warriors. Where are they? Find them for us. Heal them. All right, let's go liberate settlement. New Coral Red Rocket shows up on the list because of the... As soon as you have vassals, it screws up the... screws up the backend system because it thinks we have nuclear world established. There's a fix I came up with for Conqueror originally, but unfortunately it only works on new saves the way I did that, and I was trying to think of a way to do it without that, and maybe I will. One of these days I'll figure out a patch that doesn't require a new save to resolve that issue. Looks like we made Jamaica Plain an outpost, so I guess that's where we can stash some beds. All right. Oh, who said that? Oh, did they take Jamaica Plain back from me? Or was it just one rogue hanging out that I missed? Is this place actually an outpost? Do I have a Warplanner's desk here? Oh, thank God, Workshop Plus. All right, let's see here. Do we have... I don't remember converting this to an outpost, but we may have assaulted it and taken it as one at some point. I don't see a Warplanner's desk, so I guess we'll build one. What do we need here? Wood? Okay, that's easy. Oh, screws are always a pain in the butt. Wood might actually be a challenge here. No, couch has got a little bit. Oh, here we go. Bench. 2 more wood. We need 3 more. Still not going to help us with the screws, though. There we go. All the benches scrapped. That took care of that problem. And I think you only get screws from cracking weapons if you have the scrapper perk, right? So that's not going to help. Okay, I guess... You know what? We need ammo. We always need ammo anyway. We'll run to Diamond City. We'll buy some scrap. Workshop for Workshop plus rebuild. That would be a way. Trying to minimize my cheating. Minimize the cheating. And actually, this is actually a part of Fallout 4 I like. Like, I love the having to go get scrap and stuff. It's the... I don't like crafting a bunch, but I don't mind having to go grab pieces of scrap for a workshop building. Feels like my little bit of... It's probably because it's tied so well into the lore of the game of like everybody scavenging for useful stuff.
I'll take it. Sure.
Self-defense?
Okay, well, we need your 45 rounds. Don't care about price anymore. We're filthy rich.
Well, I suppose we can do...
Right. Let's see what you got.
I run the Institute, and she's fine with that now. She's given up. All right, but do you have screws? That is what we really need. Junk. Oh, he's going to have stuff with screws in it, right? Antique. We'll take 3 antique globes to go. I think we needed 4 screws, so that's probably enough because I believe we had 1 already. But just in case, we'll just grab a 4th. No, not shipments. I don't want to pay for them. And a toy car. Perfect. Middle class now with 36,000 caps. I mean, there's nothing to spend them on, right? Is there anything that costs real money in this? I think you got to have mods to add cap sinks. That was actually one of the things we always thought we would do in Skyrim, and never, just the right idea never came along, was come up with something cool to pair with East Empire to do with all those caps you end up with. Being like, man, you're just filthy rich. What do you need all these caps for? All right, let's make sure that this is, yeah, it is an outpost. Okay. All right, now we just build a ridiculous amount. Wait, now we can build another one? Wait, now we have 33. Oh, wait, what? Why do we have 33 screws all of a sudden? Oh, we're on the caravan network somehow. Oh, I get it. Because of the, it's an outpost and it just hadn't synced up yet. Figures. Because the outposts don't have to have caravan connections. I was just impatient. So we did all that for nothing. So I probably still have those 3 globes and the toy car in my inventory. That's funny. Okay, well, we're just going to fill this house up with beds for now. I can find the way in there. There we go. Wait, is there no ceiling? Yeah, there is. Right, get this stuff out of here. Need some room. Turn this into a bunkhouse. No carpet for soldiers. No babies for soldiers either. Sorry, guys. Sorry to all you soldiers out there. Sleeping bags only. We need to optimize space here. It's cold in the wealth. Snuggling is good for y'all. Keep warm. Alright, what do we got? 8, 9, 10, 11. Do better than that. Oops. You guys are real close. And one more this way for an even 20. Perfect. Lights are going to spread like wildfire. You're right. We should build. We'll give them one clinic. Or hospital, rather. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We'll make it a field hospital. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. Oh, well. We'll also give them a recruitment center. Fill this place up a little faster. Maximum crabs?
Maximum crabs!
That's exactly what we meant. Let's see, we need field medics. Okay, and then you are going to be our recruitment center. Sure. No eligible plan. What? Okay, hold on a second. Choose building plan. Oh, there it goes. All right, we want random and we want recruitment center. Yep. And then we are going to wait for the construction costs, pay and build, and then we will sleep. Let's see. Oh, wait. We're not going to get... Are we going to get... I'm trying to remember. Will we get any settlers or recruitment with... Hold on. Let's do something here. Manage recruitment. Potential Grist tomorrow 1. That makes sense. Change army units. Wasteland Assaulters already our default. Perfect. Okay. So exit. Let's go sleep and see. I can't remember if if you need to have a recruitment beacon in an outpost or not. Go to the Switch 2 ever becomes jailbreaking, do you think SS2 would work on it? I don't know. Have you played Fallout 4 on it? I don't know how it runs on there. But I would bet it's real tight just to have the base game. So my guess would be squeeze. There's just not going to be space to stick mods on there. And then if they do fit on there, probably not enough excess resources to handle all the extra load that would be caused by mods, especially something big like SS2. Okay, I think it does work. Okay, cool. You do get recruitment without. So let's find this new person. Oh, they picked poorly. If you go there first, we can grow twice as fast, buddy. All right, let's find our new person. Oh, there they are. Sorry, so we're going to need you to work over here. Oh, I just thought about something. I don't think I've ever tried this before, but presumably we should get power automatically with. Do I need? Yeah, because we got caravan services. Do we have it set up where power transfer works? I don't remember. So to test that, let's try building a municipal and see if some settlements redistributes the power or not. Does this thing end up with power? I feel like no, but it might surprise me. I hear it resetting. Trying to get on the grid. Seems like a no. Oh, I accidentally destroyed the power pole for this guy. We need to do customize plot, change power pole. Sure, we'll do a street name. Oh, well, it's counting that as enough to have power wasting. Maybe I need to exit and come back in to get see the power. Oh, it's still showing it doesn't offer any power. Interesting. Well, it's enough to power these for some reason. We'll take it. Okay, recruitment center is built. This thing needs to be refreshed, I think. And then we should be able to rest again. Get 2 more folks the next day. Get us some good soldiers, please. I actually should queue up some more of the unlocked units we got, because we just unlocked a crazy amount of different faction units and stuff. Once we... I think it was it last stream or the one before where I killed off some scripts and found that the there were like 10 unlocks hidden away. I think it was 2 streams ago for Fallout 4. Oh, you know, so we'll turn this into a training yard over here. I mean, somebody should come pick this up. That's a nice piece of equipment right there. Is there... I don't know if I have... Because I have a bunch of add-on packs installed. I wonder if there's a 3x3 military training. Let's try. Where did the... Let's see. Choose building plan. I don't know what building plans we have here. Military training, nice. Let's take this. Give it to whoever we just recruited here. All right, which one of you is not a... Okay, there we go. Warrior, recruitment officer, support. Okay, you. Oh, what is this? Yes, keep this option. And build, trade. Here we go. All right, got something nice for you. This is for you, and I'm gonna need to give you some 2 mil. Hold on, let's make sure they equipped it. Manage soldier. Manage soldier. Trade. Equip. And we'll just take this away from you so you're not tempted. All right, hopefully that works. I don't know where this checkpoint is, but they'll be fine. We were going to queue up some other soldiers. Nice. Immediately using it. You guys got this. You'll be fine. All right, let's check out what kind of soldiers we have available. Will Franktown and Rontown be part of the new Conqueror? Ah, that's a good point. We could put Frank and Ron back in business, make more people experience them, because so few did. So few did. Get some Brotherhood folks here. Courser. Sure. Minuteman. We'll make them all. We'll make all of them live together. Yeah. CPD officer. Sure. Protectron. Canine. NLTC Merc. A medic from the Nightingales. There we go. It's going to be a ragtag army living here.
Get warmed up over here.
rifle for you guys. Look, here. No? Not interested. There's all sorts of induction rifles over here. Alright, the checkpoint must be right over here. Well, I think in this case, blue is good and red is bad. Yep, Brotherhood. Hello. Come on, slow time. There it is.
No.
Okay, are we winning? I'm trying to win. I'm trying to defeat these evil Brotherhood. Good work, Since. You did it. Okay.
Is someone there? I can hear you.
Nope.
Get me out of this thing.
You're confused. What is this? Oh, he's just like stuck in permaglow mode? I've never seen that happen before. That's cool looking. That didn't sound good. Alright, let's see if that gave us enough soldiers to take on Spectacle now. And hopefully not crash this time. Yeah, Franktown Runtown. There's something you don't hear, or I don't think about often anymore. I did have a brief chat with Ricky recently. I haven't heard from Kluga in ages. We've been there 200 years, another 200 won't hurt him. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, let's see. I gotta get some more flares soon. Well, we haven't been denied an assault yet, but not enough warriors. Okay. All right, hold on. I think we got to be close, so I think we just wait one more time. We should be good. Just need like a couch or something. Wait, what is that? There's a bunch of floating stuff over there. It's like, what's going on over there? Here we go, some chairs. Sitting out on the patio, looking out over the Commonwealth. Beautiful. Rapture, any teases on the next creation for Starfield? No, not yet. I have a meeting tomorrow that will hopefully open up some doors for us on that front. But right now, with all the unknowns around Bethesda after the layoffs and the announcements that Microsoft was going to be refocusing Bethesda on Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like, we don't know what lane we should be in there. I gotta be honest. Until I hear that until someone explicitly tells me from Bethesda that they are going to continue to invest in Starfield, I can't invest in it because the cost to produce the stuff we make is very, very high. So if I spend a bunch of money making something and then they're like, yeah, you can't release that, that would be, it might end King Gath Creations as a company. Okay, let's try this again. We should have gotten a couple more soldiers there. But I will say we do have several really cool pitches for things in Starfield, and we have a bunch of base work done for some of the things I wanted to do in Starfield. We just haven't pulled the trigger. Oh, didn't you? I thought you left. Did you come back? Welcome back. Starfield's having creation issues. To be honest, I didn't play it yet. What? What do you mean with not enough warriors? Get out of here with that. All right, hold on a second. We're going back to Jamaica Plain. We got 5 fresh warriors. Oh, I guess 2 of them are. One of them's a guard and one of them support. That's why. Okay, we have to wait one more time. There's a couple of issues. The biggest one is the community figured out that unlike other Bethesda games, Starfield counts pack-ins toward what's called the pointer limit. Like it's a native engine limitation, but pack-ins happen from HABs, and so there are some very popular mods people have that are HAB mods that add hundreds of thousands of pointers via HABs, and it basically makes it so that a lot of folks' save files are ticking time bombs. And we just keep getting randomly blamed for it. Like I've gotten several death threats about Watchtower breaking people's games, which we know that that's not the case. It is just there are some fundamental flaws in Starfield that we can't deal with. So like we really need to see Bethesda making some moves to try and fix up some of that. And then we also have some requests from them of like, we want to hire back some of the original voice actors. And, you know, if they're going to cease supporting the game. Again, I don't know that they are going to. Right now, we have no idea. We've not heard anything. There's been no announcements made. And you know, you would think at least for the VC folks, they would have said something to us to been like, yep, don't worry about it. You guys can keep going, but we've not heard anything. So right now it's just kind of a big question mark. But I need to know that they're going to continue to support the game before I invest in it further. And the messaging from all the Microsoft announcements and even Bethesda, there was a leaked memo from Bethesda HR. Both that and what Asha Sharma is say that Bethesda is going to be refocused on Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So that there's no Starfield in that list. Hope you got the Fever Dreams check advance. Yeah, we've already been compensated for that. Yeah, that would definitely have broken me. That was like super expensive because that was done with all through the union for all the voice acting, and when you rehire people of the caliber of Courtney Taylor at union rates, it's pretty pricey. I returned my weed whacker battery died, so beer and chill. Fair. I didn't know they made those battery operated. I've only seen them gas and electric with a cord. Like the one I have has a cord on it. The ones I used growing up always were gas. Mafty, I'm new to Fallout games and Fallout 4. I played my brother's Fallout 4 on his PC. He forgot to uninstall mods, and I thought some settlements too is part of the game for real. That's our goal. If you play it and you're not sure, and if like the caliber is up there, where you're like, oh, okay, that feels legit. Then we're accomplishing our mission. I think SS2 still has a long way before it deserves to be put up there. I think Fallout 4's base game is pretty solid, and we have some rough edges still on SS2 to take care of. Maybe that's why they put in the Unity mechanic as a restabilize the save files. Chuchu, when you gonna use your connections to get Eric back as 3-Dog for FO4? What do you mean? We don't have warriors. Get out of here. All right, we're going to the Warplanner's desk. Well, I mean, FO4 is another one that, you know, we're only going to do stuff that Bethesda funds for that, because I told you guys I want to finish SS2 before we put any, before we get any more effort into this. So if they want to, like, hire out the team for that, that's great, but otherwise all my FO4 stuff is like, we're doing Conqueror 2, and we still want to do the Algernon content, so that is where my head's at with Fallout 4 stuff. All right, let's try this. Start assault. Liberate settlement. Spectacle Island. Yes. Let's see if this gives us more details on the warrior count situation here. If you don't have warriors, then war stagnates. Thanks, Don. War stagnates. That's us breaking pattern on war never changes. Gathering your forces. Okay. There. See, it says we have 8. You filthy lying game. But it's only going to send 6 because it only charged us 120. Maddening. The code's all fine too. Like, I have checked this backward and forward, and it is like, it is super irritating. It's just the game's ability to track data across. I mean, basically, we're trying to turn this thing into an RTS, and the game's like, no, just no, not interested in having that kind of depth. I'm so invested now, I can't play Fallout 4 without it. I hate that people don't build their own things. The dude Sturgis, I am trying to save my son. Yeah, you take care of that. You do the building. I gotta save my kiddo. Here you go. I just got on what Algernon content we're working on. Well, Algernon was always meant to have a story arc after Chapter 2. And when we were planning it out, we were told that Algernon's voice actor wasn't available. And so we didn't pursue that content. And then we just moved on because we've been doing other stuff. But we always want to go back because it feels weird that he just disappears at the end of Chapter 2 and doesn't show back. There's multiple points in Chapter 3's story where it would make sense for you to reach out to him. Kaz, my dad's getting back into video games. He's playing Fallout New Vegas first, but told him to install New Vegas 4. Nice. I can't believe we got to complete with my massive loader order. For SS2 or for something else? What did you get to complete that you couldn't believe? Conquer, yes, Jammer. Yeah, we had to. So, Glenn, the voice actor of Jammer, has, obviously it's been almost not 10 years, but close to 10 years, and so his voice has just changed. So like we have to re-record everything. He still sounds great though. He's just a little older. He's an older Jammer now. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that's our people. Okay. I was like, no, settlers.
It's not everything we
All right,
expected,
team.
but we're willing to work hard to make this a home we can be proud of.
Brotherhood Knight, Settler. Brotherhood Paladin. I just want to see the hodgepodge. A Courser, a Minuteman. Yes, the dream. The dream. Oop. The full ragtag army. Oh, I didn't get a super mutant though. Those are still in the queue, I think. Run away, captive. Get out of here.
Engaging target.
you all missing? I'm the one who's supposed to be betting. I heard you guys so that I don't have to shoot anymore. I'm sure we've got some number of folks underneath the level here. That's what I'm looking for. Nice. Put our sprint on. Alright, into the maze we go. Oh, don't kill the captives. Mission is definitely not accomplished. We have a lot more to go here. Got a lot more looting to do too.
What's that noise?
Here, open the door. Wait, they're trapped in there? What is that? Oh, I wonder if that's like one of those doors that you have to open with power. Oh, you're coming. Oopsie.
Guess it's gone.
Oh, there we go. Where's that Grim Reaper sprint? I missed the battles where we were chaining that. I'll take a 4-leaf clover instead. Ah, out of AP. Ah, I survived. Alright, well, I don't know how to get in there, so we don't get their loot, but... Oh, there we go. We got the map markers now. This one opens. How about this one? That one opens. Alright. Oh, hello.
Crazy this. That was nuts.
Okay, how do we get to this guy?
What was that?
Oh, he's just down this hall. Alright. Nope. I'm incorrect. Oh, we figured out how to get to the prison yard. Oh, more stairs. All right. There's a little method to the madness here. Nope, never mind. Back to Lost again. All right, let's see here. There he is.
Another victory for the Brotherhood.
Is it everybody?
Combat initiated.
Take him down. Well, the anti-stick reinforcement thing is working. It is putting them right on top of us, so that's revealing another problem. But I'd rather have them spawn on top of you than spawn so far away you can never complete the assault. We did it. Good job. You did it. It was all you, Paladin. Alright, can I? No, I liberated it, so it's they're in control of their own destiny here now. But now I'm trapped here. Stuck forever in this hellhole. Alright, we're gonna risk it again. Getting stuck in the wall. Oh, we made it. That was a good sprint jump. I got like a sprint midair there. Or miniguns, the sound of freedom, liberation. I do love when the NPCs do miniguns. It's pretty awesome. Especially when they're on your team. You go the Wacky Gang that the army comes. One of my favorite things about C3. The same skull exists with Paladin. Prevost with a Fat Man launcher. And one William confirmed skills and also Susan. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that. I actually wish there was more of it. I wish we had more, I wish it would happen more automatically. Like, instead of having to manually do it. I think it'd be a lot more fun. That might be something in, when I do the 2.0 pass on the assault system, one of the elements might be to make it do more automatic recruitment of just random soldiers and stuff, just to keep that feel of, like, your army growing on its own. In the same way, like, you don't really want to, generally don't want to have to micromanage hot choice, right? You just want it to happen. Want more of that for more automation for the assault system. Like I love the free. It's the same way with the HQ where we have the automation now. I want everything to be automated by default, and then you have the option to get into the nitty gritty if you care about it, like, or if you have a vision that you want to follow. But otherwise, it should just run in the background, and you can just do the story, and stuff will happen for you. That's kind of the goal for SS2 long term, is to get rid of all these rough patches where you feel like you're stuck grinding. Like, I don't want that. I want it to be like you just play the game and the stuff happens, and then if you want it to happen faster or you want it to happen in a particular way, then you can get involved with by hand. So HQ, I would say, is about halfway to where I want it to be, and then the war mechanics and territory still need quite a lot of work. I have a lot of good notes for how to solve HQ. I just haven't had time to do it. Still fighting bugs. And those are way more important than tightening up the gameplay. All right, now I think we still have one more to go on the... We still got to get Murk Water. I don't know if there's another one after that, or if this is going to trigger another FSS2 quest or not. Because I think we still have... What do we still have? You know, we still have another Magnus. We've got more Magnuson to do. We've got Jake's quest to do still. Yeah, we still got stuff to do. Can I use the workshop at Spectacle Island? I don't want the workshop at Spectacle Island. I wanted to give it to the settlers. Let them have it. All right, we need some flares for sure. That's a thing I didn't expect to run out of. I believe they just auto spawn at Sanctuary. I think 10 at a time just show up there. Go ahead and grab some. Could be a funny thing to run out of. Oh, we're so close. Once we get level 81, that's going to unlock us. We can do the rest of the remnants for the railroad, and then we can do this last holotape. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. I want to at least get to 81. I want to go start that stuff because I'll forget otherwise next week. And then I'll be like, what are we going to do? And then I'll start moving the quest forward and be like, ah, crap, we were going to get the railroad and I forgot. It was a little late. I got to stop soon, but we can get to level 81. That's not much XP. Especially with, what is the stupid gun we have? Spray and pray. With spray and pray. This will go quick. I just need to go down to like the glowing sea or something and pop off a few death claws. Or I guess I could just go do a territory capture. That would probably also work if I have enough soldiers, but that is a forever battle in itself to have enough soldiers. There we go. No, that's smoke grenade. We don't want those. We want... That's a lot of mutfruit. Holy cow. Yeah, we'll take those. Flare. That's what we're looking for. Right. Alright, let's go find a random location to take. Actually, we should go something down here because the higher level area it is, the more likely it'll be a... Yeah, University Point. There we go. We'll take this. Level 88 and 1.21 gigawatts. I was supposed to take my kids to see, they were playing Back to the Future I was up in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin during the 4th of July weekend, and a tornado hit. And we had to leave. Power went over. We were going to go watch, they were going to play Back to the Future on a big screen at the beach. I was so excited for that because my kids have not seen it yet. And man, being in the middle of tornado sucks. That was nuts. There we go. So at 5 times in the theater? That's awesome. I'm trying to remember if there's any movie I've seen that many times in the theater. I remember seeing Force Awakens a whole bunch of times at the theater because my friends and I were all trying to figure out if the movie was good or not. And so I kept going with different friend groups. We would talk about it and like, that hit the nostalgia so good, but like, there was something off. We couldn't put our fingers on it. And I think it just took seeing the lack of vision for the trilogy to be like, okay, all right. I'm curious how this one's going to go. I would think that the assault system would make synths attack us because it's going to attack that this is synth owned, but hopefully we put in a catch that we're allied with the Institute. That'll be kind of funny if we get an assault and all of the enemies are on our side.
Scanning.
Our squad at? There they are. Oh, I think I see a super mutant in there. Yeah, here we go, guys. I gotta be careful. I got spray and pray out again. That's probably not smart. Let's not wipe out our new friends here. Wait, is that a... Yeah, Rust Devils too on top of all this. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I broke the game. I can't shoot anymore. I can't change weapons. Hold on. Player.move to player. No! It's stuck! There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. I sprinted, that got me out of it. Total chaos. Going infinite. Buddy.
The heck?
I really gotta fix that, the bug with the HUD in. Whoa, hello. This is where we need a grenade real bad. Here. You guys like these things, right? Oh, we got our level up. Somewhere along the line there. Oh no, somebody went down.
Going weapons cold.
We're winning. Alright, let's see. Nice. I think we got them all. Yes. Oh, oh. Call sign, there's an issue when you move the column to the left side of your screen. When a new column needs to be made, it still experiences the left, so many people know how to go off the screen in CSC. Interesting. That I didn't know about, because that I had tested and it was working pretty well. It's the one I know about for sure is the, if you do an assault, then you have to like exit the game completely before another one will work correctly with it. Or they all like get piled up in the corner. I really hate coding for Flash, especially I actually used to make Flash websites, but it's Flash combined with an unreliable feed system. So you have to feed data to it through HUD framework, which can miss frames just because of the nature of the way it's set up. Nothing wrong with the way HUD framework was made. It's just a limitation with how the hooks we have available for Fallout 4. And man, is it frustrating to program for. A lot of fusion cells. Alright, well, since our people are gone now, we can get out the big guns now. It's really fun when your army gets to the point where it's big enough you start finding bodies that you didn't kill, right? It's always disappointing when you have to kill them all because your people are weak. So when you start wandering around and be like, I didn't kill that guy, it's like, all right, they're doing some work now. All right, I've been waiting for the victory to trigger. I wonder if it already did when I was in the Pip-Boy or something. Well, in the meantime, whoops. Go get our hacker on. We are ready. All right. Well, I think this will be a good time. Hold on. We're gonna save. Auto save. That's fine. Let's go do the Institute thing, or the railroad thing, rather. Which is this one. No, I cannot use Prisma UI because Prisma UI is not available on Xbox, and I do not want to have to support 2. I am waiting to see the long tail on Prisma. Because I've never heard of the guy who ported it, so I want to see that it's actually going to be a long-term supported system and not just a flash in the pan.
Damn it!
But also, generally, anything that requires script extender is not high priority for me. Because I don't want to have to maintain two separate projects for Xbox and PC. It was hard enough to do it with, oh god, extended, and I'm glad we're going to be able to break free of that at some point here. That's actually likely going to be my next big patch focus, is going to be figuring out how to redistribute all of the stuff in extended between the 3 chapters so that we can fit everything on Bethesda.net. Oh man, that's a lot of bullet holes in him. Because right now I can't even update extended even on PC for Bethesda.net because the way they changed the creation kit upload limits, which is a bummer. Oh god. Land it. It's fine. I think somebody was explaining to me that Prisma comes from a different game and someone ported it to Fallout 4. Does anybody know what game it came from, and does it have a long history of support on the other game? Because I mean, I would love to see all UI switch to HTML5. That would be amazing. But until that day, we're stuck with Flash still for Starfield as well. This one. All right, descendants and settlements. Oh, that's 0 to settlements. It's not that. Blasphemers and unbelievers. That's only 1? Okay, can't be that. Assassinate. No, can't be that. Independent. Nope. Unbeknownst. That is a hell of a word. That's a $10 word if I've ever heard one. Possibility. Maybe this. POSSI, so it's the 5th letters an I. UNBA. Oh, nope. I don't think it's that. Information. Could be the N. Nope. Alright. Undrinkable. No. It's number 3 with dismembered. Okay. There it is. Made it. There's the victory. bit delayed. Appreciate the post-game report, though.
Report hello. Engaging hostile life form.
You got this. Alright, now I'm not going to complete this quest. We're just going to get close to it because this is a long quest line now. Like a bunch of stuff we'll have to do from here.
Operating at full capacity.
So we're just going to get close and then call it for the night here. Prisma comes from Skyrim. But how old is it? Like, is it... Yeah, somebody might have just made it this year for Skyrim and then ported it over to Fallout 4 this year as well.
Nothing to report, sir.
The idea of it on paper is great. I just my red flags were
confirmed.
There was in their description it was something like, this took me a few weeks to make, and it was like, that's not very much time at all in programming. Like a couple of weeks is nothing.
Got it.
Oh wow, first time. Got it. Very cool. Oh, Synth, you should protect me, but I know you're not gonna, because I know what happens right here. All right, this is a good spot to call it for the night. Edward Flanders. Oh, bad timing. You just came out right as about wrapping up for the night. But hello there. Just got into Fallout 4 and hate how long it takes to set up all the mods I want again. Yeah, I think that's why the things like Wabbajack and Vortex, the mod packs, are kind of here to stay, because it is annoying. Like last time I went and played Fallout 3 New Vegas, I was like, I don't have time to set up a mod list, and I just downloaded one. So I don't blame people at all for wanting those. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I will be back on Sunday. This coming Sunday, we're going to be back in Skyrim. We're alternating on Sundays now between Skyrim and Starfield. And then, of course, every Wednesday for some settlements, too. So I will see you guys all on Sunday.